It's late at night, right? That quiet time, when everything feels wrapped in softness. You might feel that gentle pull inside, the one from keeping your distance. This no contact is like a smooth path you've chosen, steady and calm. Your decision to step back stays with you, quiet and easy, sitting in the background. You're handling this choice, this break from what hurt you. Simply, it's a boundary you set, clear and strong. On the inside, it carries a soft sadness, like a song that fades but leaves its feeling. In your relationships, it changes things. Some connections fade away, while others become clearer. With kindness, it's a gentle gift to yourself, giving you time to heal without pressure. You might see how the dark outside matches a peace inside you. That peace where old talks fade, making room for just you. Thoughts might come back to this boundary, not pushing, but like quiet steps. You might feel the mix of being alone and feeling calm, both settling in like familiar friends. The alone time doesn't bother you. It's just there, offering quiet company. Sometimes this space you've made feels wide open, like a field under the moon. It lets your energy build up, away from what used to drain it. That building shows in small ways. Maybe mornings that feel lighter or nights that end easier. You might notice bits of regret and letting go mixed together, moving slow without any rush. The regret is gentle, not harsh, giving space for what comes up. Think of your younger self in those early days, learning to pull back when things got tough. Not disappearing, just finding quiet spots like hiding in a safe corner. Or times when love came with harsh words, and you turned inward to protect yourself. Like a kid looking at the floor during loud arguments, finding patterns to focus on. Those habits carry on into this no contact, a kind way to keep yourself safe, lasting and gentle. Maybe it's like conversations that slowly stopped, words left unfinished, until silence became the talk. Not cut off suddenly, but allowed to fade, like waves pulling back from the beach. You might remember how being close meant losing energy, bit by bit, so you took it back, rebuilding with care. This pulling away came from a deep, knowing inside that wouldn't ignore the hurt. Simply, you saw the patterns and chose to stop. Inside, that choice brings a quiet strength, mixed with the sadness of what was. In relationships, it frees you to build connections that fill you up, not wear you down, creating balance. With kindness, it's a soothing comfort for your inner child, who deserve protection all along. You might feel a soft shake when thinking about those family ties that came undone. That shake is a leftover feeling, still there but getting smaller. In relationships, this space lets new ways of connecting happen, without old rules. Gently, this path honors your story, wrapping past hurts in understanding. Notice if your body relaxes or tightens with these thoughts. Maybe a small change in your chest. If tiredness comes, that's okay. You can stop anytime you want. And going back to that inner voice, it guided you here with soft nudges. Your body remembered the cost of staying tangled, and it pushed you toward freedom. That push feels like an emotional let go, releasing what was held too tight. In your connections now, this freedom brings clearness, where ties are chosen, not forced. Kindness shows up quietly, for the you that got through the untangling, a soft nod to your strength. The smartness in this change is natural, not forced. It's your way of dealing with what came up. Simply, you acted to protect yourself. Inside, that action has a warm glow, a quiet yes to your worth. In relationships, it levels things out, making sure nothing throws off your balance. With kindness, it's a warm hug for the parts that adapted so well. You might see this no contact as a safe place, built slowly with caring pieces. That safe place is an emotional home, where old worries let go. In relationships, it allows connections that feel good both ways, without the pull of duty. Gently, this home is what you made, a space from self-respect. There's a rhythm to this distance, steady like breathing. Simply, It moves at your pace, never rushed. Inside, that rhythm becomes familiar, a quiet beat you can trust. In relationships, it teaches others how to meet you, softly, without force. With kindness, it's your own heartbeat, guiding the way. You might notice how this rhythm carries through your days, a gentle current. That current is emotional grounding, keeping you steady when things shift. In relationships, it shows what consistency looks like, reliable and calm. Gently, this rhythm is yours alone, made by you for you. Imagine that young you again, moving through rough times, choosing calmer spots, not leaving the boat, but steering it to still waters. Or those quiet pulls back during loud talks, finding peace in alone activities, like drawing shapes in the air while noise happened, letting the movement ease the upset. These threads connect to now, this chosen space, a way of protecting yourself in relationships. Maybe it's like paths splitting in the woods, picking the quieter one not by force, but by calm need. Not with guilt, but with a soft acceptance of what fits. You might feel how this path helps you inside, healing spots that closeness once hurt. This break, your inner self took it on naturally, seeking peace. It shifted gently, like leaves in a light wind. That shift brings an easy feeling, easing the constant alert. In relationships, it rethinks family as chosen, not required. With kindness, it's your inner self saying, rest now, no more wait. And circling back gently, that deep awareness handled this pulling away. Simply, it was protection's voice rising. Inside, it calls up a calm okay, confirming your right to boundaries. In connections, this awareness grows ties that respect your freedom. With kindness, it's a cozy hole for the strong life in you. You might notice how this space helps you tune into yourself more. That tuning is emotional balance, putting your needs first. In relationships, it shows healthy distance, shaping how others come close. With care, this balance is a gift you've opened slowly, enjoying each part. The protection in this choice is layered, like blankets on a cold night. Simply, you built walls where none were given. Inside, those walls comfort, padding against familiar stings. In relationships, they let you choose closeness, saving energy for good exchanges. With kindness, it's forgiveness turned inward for needing those walls at all. There's a softness in admitting what you needed to do. Simply, you gave yourself permission to step away. Inside, that permission feels like a breath held too long, finally released. In relationships, it teaches that leaving can be love too, a different kind. With kindness, it's acceptance of your own limits, honored not judged. You might feel how this admission settles into your bones, no longer a weight. That settling is emotional truth, acknowledged and real. In relationships, it invites honesty about what works and what doesn't. Gently, this truth is your foundation, solid beneath everything. And coming back once more to the center of this distance, it's not a break, it's self-kindness in disguise. Simply, you chose your peace over closeness. Inside, it calms the inner storm, inviting softer flows. In relationships, it clears paths for connections without old baggage. With kindness, it's mercy for your tired self, giving breath. You might spot how this kindness seeps into daily rhythms, softening edges that once cut. That softening is emotional healing, mending without hurry. In relationships, it builds exchanges based on equality, not force. Gently, this kindness sees your path as real, each step. The strength woven in here is deep, a quiet current. Simply, you survive by creating this buffer. Inside, that buffer brings a sense of safety built from you. In relationships, it redefines connection, putting self first. With kindness, it's a tribute to your flexibility, shining softly. Sometimes you might wonder if others understand this choice. That wondering is natural, like checking a compass. Inside, it doesn't change the rightness of your direction. In relationships, it reminds you that your reasons belong to you alone. With kindness, it's patience for the explanations you don't owe anyone. You might sense how the wondering fades with time, less urgent than before. That fading is emotional confidence, growing steady. In relationships, it shows in how you hold your ground, gentle but firm. Kindly, this certainty is earned, built from each day of choosing yourself. You don't need to change anything right now. This no contact can stay, a steady anchor in your space. Staying like this is real, with no timer. You have the right to keep this unchanged as long as it helps. No pressure waits to fix what you set aside. That setting aside isn't final. It's flexible, matching your pace. If this space goes on forever, let it be that way. Staying apart is a normal kindness, not just for now. You can choose this again each day, no reason needed. That choice wraps you in calm acceptance, moment by moment. Notice if your breathing changes a bit, or if quiet grows deeper somewhere. If sleepiness grows, honor it. Rest is welcome. You're not required to keep going if it's enough for now. The nights hold you differently now, softer than before. Simply, they've become allies in this journey. Inside, they offer a kind of privacy, uninterrupted in yours. In relationships, they teach you about being company to yourself. With kindness, it's the night saying, I see you, I hold you safe. You might feel how darkness no longer carries the same heaviness. That lightness is emotional shift, gradual and real. In relationships, it changes what solitude means. Not lonely, just alone. Gently, this shift is a small miracle, unfolding quietly, and softly coming back. This separation isn't rejection. It's a form of self-care. Simply, you picked safety over nearness. Inside, it quiets the heart storm, calling gentler winds. In relationships, it removes shadows for bonds to grow without past darkness. With kindness, it's forgiveness for yourself, excusing the need to pull back. You might feel how this care fills night thoughts, easing what once stirred. That easing is emotional break, opening at its own time. In relationships, it welcomes ties that respect space, not invade. Gently, this care confirms the smarts in your steps, no blame. The wisdom in this choice is built up, like quiet words adding over time. Simply, you saw what worked and went that way. Inside, that going brings a soft sureness, steady in change. In relationships, it shapes interactions to support, not take. With kindness, it's a yes to your knowing parts, always watching. There are moments when old patterns try to surface, familiar tugs. Simply, they're echoes, not commands anymore. Inside, you recognize them without following. In relationships, it shows how far you've come, the distance traveled. With kindness, it's gentleness toward the pull itself, understanding where it comes from. You might notice how these tugs have less power, fading faster. That fading is emotional growth, happening beneath the surface. In relationships, it proves that healing isn't just a word, it's happening. Kindly, this progress is yours, earned through each moment of staying the course. And, rounding again to the heart, this no contact comes from protection's soft call. Simply, you responded by making room. Inside, that room invites deeper peace, settling old upset. In relationships, it allows chosen closeness, free from old ties. With compassion, it's a hug for the survivor in you, honoring the path. You might sense how nights like this boost the comfort in being alone. That comfort is emotional home building, making a place inside. In relationships, it opens to ties that match your speed. Kindly, this home is your quiet win, layered with care. The patterns from childhood show up gently here, not to scare but to be noticed. Simply, you learn pulling back is safety. Inside, that learning has a touching familiarity, like a smooth scar. In relationships, it guides current steps, moving lightly. With kindness, it's understanding for the kid who adjusted. Sometimes the silence speaks louder than words ever did. Simply, it tells the truth of what was needed. Inside, that truth resonates, clear and undeniable. In relationships, it teaches that not all endings need explaining. With kindness, it's permission to let silence be answer enough. You might feel how this silence has become comfortable, even welcome. That comfort is emotional maturity, accepting what is. In relationships, it shows that peace can exist without resolution. Gently, this silence is a friend now, not an enemy. Feel the soft touch of air on your skin, or the easy weight of your arms and legs. If thoughts go elsewhere, that's okay too. You can leave this anytime. This space, looked at again, isn't empty. It's full of your gentle self. Simply, you filled it with purpose. Inside, it holds quiet fixing. In relationships, it sets a tone for fair sharing. With kindness, it's space for healing to grow slow. You might feel the parts of this choice opening, each softer than before. That opening is emotional layers, showing without push. In relationships, it makes invites, not musts. With tenderness, this depth is your find, valued. The survival at its center, circled back, is smart creating. Simply, you made distance from need. Inside, it warms with self-knowing. In relationships, it evens power and bonds. With kindness, it's praise for your lasting light. There's a gentleness in how you hold yourself now, careful and true. Simply, you've learned to be your own safe place. Inside, that safety radiates outward, touching everything. In relationships, it shows others what treating you well looks like. With kindness, it's the answer to prayers the younger you once whispered. You might notice how this gentleness changes your posture, your breathing, your days. That change is emotional transformation, slow but sure. In relationships, it invites people who match this energy, not disturb it. Kindly, this gentleness is revolutionary, quiet but powerful. And bringing it back softly, this no contact is a choice you keep making. Simply, it's renewed with each morning. Inside, that renewal feels like fresh water, cleansing and clear. In relationships, it proves that endings can be ongoing acts of love. With kindness, it's devotion to your own well-being, steady and sure. You might sense how this devotion has become second nature. That ease is emotional integration, woven into who you are. In relationships, it sets standards without announcing them. Gently, this devotion is quiet power, unshakable. As the night goes on, notice the steady support around you, the ground below, holding easy. Feel the wrapping quiet of the room, like a calm cover. Nothing pushes you on, just being is enough. This way of life came from surviving, simple and key, a young heart moving through hard times. And you move still, no need to speed up. If morning keeps this calm space, take it in. The safe spot you've made, it can stay forever, holding you with endless softness.